It's Central Time, like myself. It is good morning, 6:37-ish a.m. We are, well, we're behind schedule, but you know, get the computer up and running. It doesn't like to wake up sometimes, so here we are. All right, I didn't really have a plan this morning, so I think we're going to focus on getting the quest done and go from there. I usually try to title the stream when we're going to do a draft for the draft, but may just make it a special treat today. Do it anyway. All right, 20 creature spells. That should not be a hard one at all. So let's jump right in and see what we can find there. Maybe. Did I click the button? There we go. All right. Well, yesterday we focused on Izzet, and this Flyers deck did really well. You know what? Let's just continue a little bit of that. We'll jump into some other stuff as we go. Maybe we'll play something familiar. Maybe we'll try to find something less familiar. I'm sure I've got something we haven't played yet. Parliament Brawl. Don't know if I've played Parliament Brawl yet. Alright, this looks good. These are going to take a little bit longer to get out, but we've got early plays. So we're definitely going to go here. We'll get our tapped land down first. That gives us a turn to Sprite Dragon. We'll get a turn 2 Sprite Dragon out, and then we can pump it up by casting our spells pretty quickly. We've got a shock that'll come out pretty early. Some 2-cost stuff that'll come out. So this Sprite Dragon will be growing pretty quick. We played quite a bit of this yesterday. It worked really well, so I'm down for trying some more. Oddly enough, I'm going to go with Thrill of Possibility here and drop a Drake and see if we can't get some better, maybe some land, some more low-cost stuff. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and swing instead of making it even bigger with the shock, and just in case we need to take something out on the field, we might be able to get in and take a small creature out. Yeah, so we'll do that. Now, let's see, does it have a trigger when it dies as well? It does. So in a way, I guess we're helping our opponent out by taking the Solemn Simulacrum. People love that card. It's not bad by any stretch, but it does sometimes seem like it gets maybe a little more credit than it deserves. Let's see. So I'm thinking this white deck's probably going to have some control. We're probably going to see a board wipe, so I'm not going to play any of my other Drakes too early. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't seen this in a while. Myriad Construct. I didn't read that, but because there's a lot of words. There's a lot of words on that card. We'll pass. We might... Yeah, let's go to the face. Wait, our opponent's avatar doesn't have a face. Can we actually throw damage at their face? I don't know. So we'll get in some damage there. Let's just go ahead and swing. I still feel like there's a board wipe coming. So now I'm sitting on 3 creatures, but I also don't have much land yet. So we're gonna just wait. I think that's one thing that this historic, especially historic mythic level meta has taught us is board wipes are a thing. Like, you really gotta be ready for it. And they're in several colors now. White's the strongest. Black has its own. Even red can come up with its own version of a board wipe now. Alright, but now our opponent's down to 2 mana, so I'm pretty sure we've won the game. We're going to throw a lightning strike. Yeah, they saw it coming too. So we didn't even need to add those other creatures, and so that just shows one more reason why it's worth keeping them in hand. Didn't even need them. Alright, let's see. There was something in the chat here, although I don't think Facebook can see the chat. Maybe I should go on Facebook and put a question in. I don't know if this ever works. Actually, I don't think it has ever worked, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because maybe it'll, you know, one day work. I like to throw a question in the chat. See if I can get you guys going. I think the problem is, at least on my end, it looks like it's coming up as restream. Oh, I can change that. Oh, guys, I'm learning stuff. Okay. Alright, now let's throw a question in the chat. Let's see. What is going on this week? Let's go favorite guild colors. Mine is currently... Is it? Boom. Alright. Maybe we can stir up some conversation. Oh, but see, that only went to Twitch if I do it that way. So I'd have to do it in the others as well. Interesting. What if I copy and go this way? Sorry, I know the stream just got boring because I'm trying to do something, but give me just a second. Can I do it from here? No, I can't. Alright, let's go back there. Awesome. Alright, let's see how we did. So the downside to what we just did in that game is it really stinks for our quest. So maybe I change up. Oh, you did see it. That's so strange. So hard to figure out how that's working. And so did you see, so you saw 2 questions there, Jeff. Appreciate it. Oh well. Well, let me do this. I know. Again, I'm not moving along in the stream very well at the moment, guys, but just hang on one second. Awesome. Thanks for the help there, Jeff. Texting me. And I'm going to check one thing while we are still going. Okay, so let me think for a second here, though, because we need a creature-heavy deck. So we need to... Oh, you know what? I can keep testing. I tested this some the other day. All right, let's test this out a little bit more. This is a Hydra build. I have no idea where it's going to go. It was kind of one of those things. I picked up a new rare. So, yeah. Oh, wow. I gotta turn the volume off. Well, okay, so Facebook is streaming really well because that was like right behind. But I'm trying to see the chat. I don't think the chat worked. Alright, so anyway, what was it? It's black and green Hydra from Zendikar Rising. I picked up, I think I'm up to 2, maybe 3 copies now. I can't remember the name of it. I was like, okay, I've tried to build Hydras before with different sets, and I've never had a deck that I liked well enough to keep around. So I want to try and work through this one and see if I can keep it around. So I need to decide what, like, how do I have enough interaction? What do I want to go? Well, let's go here. Like, does a card like this even make sense in a Hydra deck? I don't know. Do I need more um, removal spells, because I do have some. So some of the Hydras do removal on their own. The reason why I do have Kiora in here, Kiora, yeah, Kiora, and also the small Vivian is I have the Bio Essence Hydra, I believe is the name of it, that will gain counters based on counters that I have there. Okay, wait, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to save that one. Let's go here. So I think I need one more land, and I can make this big enough. I think it can fight. Yeah, it can fight when it comes onto the battlefield, and I can get rid of this unblockable creature. So, oh, I know what I should have done. Can I untap a land? Okay, I should have tapped a land and floated a mana. I'll do that next turn. So we'll tap a land, float the mana, and then untap it with Kiora and have enough. That's what we'll do. And then it can fight. The only thing is, I have to make sure this doesn't grow between now and then. Okay, so now let's see. I'm going to put a comment on Facebook, and here's why. For some reason, I don't think the comments that I'm typing from my chat here that are going to Twitch and YouTube are actually going to Facebook. But if I comment on Facebook, it's going to show up on Twitch and YouTube, I think. So you're probably going to see that same question again. But I think this is the only way to make it show up in Facebook, which is really weird because I don't think, well, I don't have to float that now, but why not? It'll make it bigger. All right. So then we go here, untap. Now the downside is I bet there's a counter spell sitting there. So do we draw it out? Let's draw it out. Yep. Okay, so the downside is we didn't get to fight this creature and remove it, but we'll come back next turn and hopefully our opponent's not sitting on a bunch of untapped land. Hopefully. But I'd rather get rid of that Planeswalker that's, in my opinion, a mediocre at best Planeswalker. And keep the creature that can remove that creature. So, although that's way too much card draw. Okay, we can't just keep trading off. That's not helping. We have to at least try to stick a creature on the board. Huh. But you know what? We are going to trade one more time. Because I need more cards to figure out what to do. I need something that I can cast. Maybe it's going to cost less. Oh wow. All right. Gosh, that is just that. All that card draw is almost worse than the fact that it's unblockable and dealing me damage. Okay. So let's go here. That's going to cost 3. No. Just go 1. Okay, it didn't get countered, but the question is, did it not get countered because our opponent thought it was useless or doesn't have a counter right now? We're going to hope that they don't have a counter. Is that accurate? I don't know. So that's... Okay. So far, so good. We're getting rid of the creature that's not only unblockable, but drawing cards. Oh, or not. Yikes, that hurt. Well, that's the ball game right there. We can't block either of those creatures. Okay, I don't like that matchup anyway, so it's a little hard to know for sure the performance of the deck, but I'm still... I don't know. I like focusing on Hydras, but I'm not sure how to support the Hydras. That's what we're trying to figure out. And there's too many in the deck. Like it's too full of a deck, and we don't even have our support figured out. All right, so let's think. Oh my goodness, everything is high cost. I forgot about that. So, all right, let's do this. Let's pull Vivian. And we may have to get rid of Bioessence Hydra, because that's the reason why we have so many Planeswalkers. Although, some of the Planeswalkers, I think, do give us the support we need. The issue we're having, I think, is ramp. So these are almost like having 2-drop creatures, because they at least give you that option, and then they can be anywhere in the field above that. So then do we need ramp if we have small creatures to get us? I think we still might need ramp. And maybe a few less of those. Kioria kind of works as ramp as well. So we might keep that and go ahead and keep the Bioessence Hydra. At least it has trample automatically. So that's pretty nice. I'll tell you one thing I would like to try here, because I put it in every deck that I have green in, and that's going to be the Great Henge, and then we'll try this out. We're still over 60, which I'm not a huge fan of. I thought I got another one of those the other day. Maybe not. Well, I'm not ready to put more in yet. Alright, let's just run this. Let's see what we like, what we don't like. Yes, save changes. Yeah, I don't know how to support the Hydras yet. That's what... and if we're going to get this deck to stick around, they've got to have support. I don't know if we need ramp. I don't know if we need more removal. Our Planeswalkers provide removal here. So I almost think ramping to get to them is the best way to do it. Mox Jet. Okay. Alright, I think we can keep this hand. I definitely think getting as close to 60 as we can is going to make the deck more consistent, and that in itself, I think, will support what we're trying to do. I really like Hydroid Races. Okay. No reason not to go green here. Oh, I think Rogues is going to be too fast. Which, maybe that's something we need to consider. The meta itself is probably going to be too fast. We may have to, I don't know, figure out a way to get this, make the deck move faster. Or we need more, maybe some life gain or some way to catch back up and swing. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we focus a little less on being aggressive and more on being mid-range. Not my strong suit, but it could work. So we need at least one more turn for Hydroid Krasis, or it doesn't, because it rounds down on the half X cards, half X life. We need at least 2 to get half being 1. So we're going to wait on that, and we'll just put Kiora out. Maybe. Wow. Okay, well I can live with that. I'd rather have that counter than Hydroid Krasis anyway. Because the Jellyfish Hydra Beast, Krasis gives us it's only 1 life and 1 card, but it's something, and then a 2/2 body to block, so. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. And Death Touch. Yikes. And card draw. Okay. If we were to go here, it would buy us a little bit of time because we could fight and get rid of another creature. We'd lose this one, but maybe that's better than nothing. Yeah, that'll get something off the board on our opponent's end, unless they got more counters, which I don't know that we can do much about that. That's the, yep. See, that's the downside with having a high curve, is it's so hard to draw out counters. Which, if we keep getting stuck against opponents with running rogues and counter spells and whatnot, we may have a really hard time figuring this deck out. And we're not going to get it figured out this time around, I don't think. Well, we'll see if we can stick this without it getting countered and at least gain a little bit of life and have a blocker. But I don't think it's enough. What's that? Let's see, 3. So it'll still only be 1 life. Yeah, it won't be enough. Even if it sticks and it blocks, it's not enough. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, Rogues is a strong deck that you kind of have to have a decent meta deck again. So testing is, I don't know. Testing at this level is probably not a great idea. We already knew that, but I kind of think I want to keep going because I want to see how we match up against other things before we look into tweaking it some more. Because I think what I do want to do is see if we can work on stabilizing versus getting off to a early start. Okay, well I can't keep this just based on the mana base. I was looking over here to see if maybe it would make sense to build up to these higher costs, but I can't keep it without green. Okay, this will work. Still not great, but this will work. Which one is this? Yeah, we'll get rid of that for now. Because what I keep thinking is, with cards like Hydroid Krasis, that we could possibly stabilize, gain some life, and stay in the game to build up a big board. But so far, that's not happened. So, oh wait, what am I doing? No, I don't want to do that. So that may not be that strong of a game plan. But I also need to play against some other decks to see what's going on. I feel like we're only played against one style so far since we've been testing this. I think we'll go here.
Not well, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
And maybe we do still need ramp, but I almost think life gain could be more crucial, so that we can just stick around long enough to put some things on the battlefield. It's kind of hard to say for sure.
Let's see what I can do with this.
Okay, let's go there just because I want that down, and we can untap it.
I love to make a splash.
Okay, so it's a relatively small crisis, but it's still nice to get it out here. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of those. Well, not this turn, but we'll work on getting rid of a Jace. Okay, so I also need to start thinking we're probably going to see board wipes soon.
What a refreshing thought.
So I don't think I want to try and stick too many creatures just yet. And again, with everything being so high cost, I don't know if we bounce back from board wipes very well either. Alright, let's go there and slow those down.
Good thing I'm the illusion. Or am I?
Okay, so this really works well when it blocks, but so Gargos is really, really good for our deck because it can make our Hydras so much bigger. And it's removal for creatures. But it costs so much to get out. Now it's making me think even more about ramp. Maybe ramp is what this deck needs more of. Okay, let's do this. So we'll tap that and then untap it.
Let's get moving.
And that lets us get Gargos out. Okay, so we can't attack, but if Gargos sticks, then we have a way to remove creatures, because it has a fight trigger. Oh, that's interesting. So apparently our opponent is all in on making sharks. Flying sharks, that is. Wow, very all in. Yikes. Oh no.
Every problem has a solution.
I think we've given them too much time on the board. But see, here's the other thing I'm looking at is maybe we need some removal, some targeted like enchantment or artifact removal to support the deck, because that is something green carries quite a bit of.
This sucks.
And if we're going to try to stabilize, that could be the type of thing that would help us do that. Okay, I'm going to go here just because I can down tick and destroy something.
Looks like you're not fit to survive.
And so I do have at least one planeswalker in the deck that can remove those, but it takes so long to get it out.
Belongs in a place vacant. I am proud of those who beside. Just what I was looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the planeswalkers support as well. So what I'm thinking is maybe we bail on Bioessence, Hydra, and the planeswalkers, and maybe we just go ramp. And maybe some support like the like Wilt. We'll get rid of those. That probably makes more sense. Yeah, because see now I've got a Bioessence, Hydra, and no planeswalkers. Okay, I think I like that plan. I think we could make those adjustments and maybe keep this deck going. But see, right now we're out of our league at the moment. Oh, is that 6 4/4 flyers? Yeah, we're toast. We're done. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. No need to stick around for that damage. Okay, so let's do this. Let's bail on Bioessence, bail on the Planeswalkers, bring in some ramp. So we'll go probably with the the hexproof one. What's her name? Whatever her name is. Something druid. I don't know. We'll get the ramp in. All right. I'm gonna bail on Kiora, although she is a really strong planeswalker. I mean, for the deck even. I think Vivian's fairly strong for the deck even, but I'm gonna. We might bring them. We might bring those back. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Garruk I like. Again, I just don't know. Let me double check our Hydras and make sure we're not missing anything there too. Or at least anything that we'd like to have here. Okay, so we do have Hydra's growth. You know what? Let's try it in the deck and see if we like it. I mean, we're testing things, so let's test it. There's also some really good ones that we don't have because we're not using wild cards yet. I'm going to wait on Kaldheim for wild cards. Alright, so let's do that. And then we need... Let's just go here. We can find the ramp easy this way. Where is she at? Actually, we've got enough spots. We could probably do multiple ramp, but then we won't have enough removal, so. Did I pass her already? It's in alphabetical order and I can't remember her name, so that doesn't help. I know it costs 2. Oh. Where is she at? There, Paradise Druid. That's what I'm trying to think of. So we'll grab Paradise Druid, and what was the other thing I said? Wilt. Let's take a look at Wilt. Wait, isn't there a modal land? Okay. I think there's a modal land that's also a removal. Am I crazy? Okay, that's a 1/1 counter. Where is the other? Okay, that one's ramp. So, ooh, I could switch that out. Paradise Druid is better, but we might get... I think I like having the modal land, though. I don't know if I need that. I don't know. I like that, but we'd have to work around drawing the lands. Okay. Which May not be such a bad idea. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. So maybe I'm crazy. Maybe there's not a... I thought there was something that did something like Wilt does. Destroy a enchantment or artifact that was also a modal land. Okay. So we could go grab the ramp that's modal. We just, all we're really losing at that point is the hexproof that comes with the Paradise Druid, which is nothing to sneeze at, for sure, but I think picking up the modal land I like. And then let's go find Wilt. I think that's probably... is that the one I... Well, see, the reason why I like this one is because of cycling. If we don't need it, we can cycle it. So we're going to try that. Hello, Eric Gamer 3211. Let's see. We are trying to figure out a way to make a Hydra deck work. Well, that's what's up with me, Hydras. Trying to make Hydras work this morning. Let's see. Playing against Guar. Alright, so... Alright, we have Wildwood Scores that's early, and Wilt that's early. Grakmal's not too early, but not too late, so we'll keep this. We'll get some green out of our Triome. Oh, and we even drew a forest. Nice. Well, we're going to go here anyway, because we'll get our tapped land down first. Oh, and we might actually be playing a different style deck. We've played so much blue against our Hydras early. Made it hard for playtesting. Alright, this is good. Oh, our opponent's ramping too. So yeah, this is finally something different. See if our Hydras function any better against this style of deck. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect here. This is not bad. I think there's a board wipe coming though. So we might actually hold off before we put too much down. I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm so good. Okay. That's hilarious. Alright. Alright, so... Yeah. This is interesting. I almost want to go ahead... I don't know for sure what's coming other than I do feel like there's a big Ulamog or Ugin type drop coming, which I don't think Wilt will do any good against that. So what I'm thinking is we may go ahead and cycle Wilt to get another card. But let's see what happens on this turn. Like there's a ton of land already, so we could see something really big or board wipe right here. Yeah, there's the board wipe. So if that's the case, let's go ahead and cycle. Okay, what am I good at? Magic or streaming or... I don't even know what that comment means. Help me out. Yeah, let's go ramp. Am? What? You lost me there. You lost me, Eric Gamer. Oh, Liliana, that's interesting. So that's going to kill both of our creatures. Wait, no. Oh, they upticked Liliana. Do I have more games? I pretty much stick to this. Magic is my thing. Alright. Huh. How am I going to get rid of... Well, we're going to swing what we've got at Liliana and try to slow it down. Yeah. Yes. I buy a lot of cards. I buy a lot of magic cards. I'm also still into, not as heavy, I'm still into sports cards. Cleansing Nova. Yep. So the downside to this is recovering from the board wipes without haste. It's going to be nearly impossible. If we had haste, especially having things like trample, I think we'd be in a much better spot. Okay, this one doesn't have trample, but it does have vigilance. But that's okay, because we'll get Ferocious Hydra out. Maybe. Okay, which one is this? Each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Oh my goodness. Wait. Oh, and because of the stack, this should go... Oh, but that still stays on the stack. Doggone it. Why am I a small streamer? You tell me why I'm a small streamer. I guess because I just started. And, you know, we've got a lot of kinks to work out. Okay, what have I got? I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 4. Okay. You help. Awesome. I will not turn it down. All right, so here's where we're looking at. We're dead, but here's why. Liliana is going to keep making things. There's just too much land already, and with card advantage, our opponent's got cards in hand, planeswalkers on the board, and we just don't have anything. Okay, so why is this deck not catching up? Are we just trying to force a tribe that's not going to make it? Maybe. Hydras may just not make it. I don't know, but we're done here, I think. I don't think there's anything I can draw at this point. Okay, so we either have to get better at turning the corner, meaning we've got to be better at removing things like planeswalkers, or we've got to get better at speed, early game, in recovering. So let me think. Speed, yeah. Well, so to get better at speed, we either have to lower our cost, which having these lower our cost already. We can get these out early, but we're trying to ramp, so we might need more ramp, which means we got to trade off something else. We might trade off the Hydra's growth. I think so. Part of the issue is just the meta we're playing in right now. Like if we were playing in, I don't know, a different meta, I think we'd be okay. This one's just so tough for this tribe. I feel like this is probably a better, maybe commander tribe. Like maybe we're trying to do something here that we should probably be trying to do in commander. Which makes sense because I play commander in paper, so I'm always thinking in that direction. Alright, so we'll keep this and see how this works. This could work well. We don't have any early ramp, but we've got cards we can get down early. Ooh, is this going to be mono white? So this will be interesting because this is, again, very, very meta, but it's a different style. Ugh. The old Pride Mate. I hate that card so much. And I don't know if we can take it out early enough. Alright, we are going to get a blocker on the field for it, though. Alright, so we'll be able to block it. At least we can block it early. if it sticks around late, we can remove it late, but I don't want to see it stick around late, because if it sticks around late, it's going to be huge. Yeah, I don't have any way to take it out early. So that's the other thing we can consider. We have enough black in the deck, we can move into some black removal. And maybe that's how we balance things out. Because right now we're just throwing things in front of it. Actually, let's do that. Let's fight that. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So is there a benefit to not blocking here? We would get to put Hydra's growth, but it wouldn't. No, there's no benefit. We have to block. And we don't have any removal. So I think maybe that's what we need to do. We need to move maybe into something like Feed the Swarm. That will be an early creature removal, but can also remove enchantment. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we'll add Feed the Swarm, which means other things have to come out. Because again, we don't want to get too high on our card count, otherwise we don't have consistency. So I don't know what's coming out yet. I don't know, we might force this thing, we might force this to work. Because let's say we had Feed the Swarm right now, and we could remove that. I think we could find a way to balance this. How can you donate? So I don't have anything like Patreon set up yet. Where I'm really just trying to get far enough along in like Twitch to hit the affiliate and some of those things. So I have to work on that. I appreciate you asking that, though. That's really helpful. I don't know if I want to go through Patreon and set that up or something else. So in my Twitch bio, I did put a link where you can purchase your fine coffee. I drink a cup of coffee every morning while I stream, so I threw that in there. That would help. But I don't really want to advertise that. I just want to make that available. I will probably create some kind of Patreon that I will advertise. To be honest, it feels a little weird trying to set up opportunities to donate when I'm sitting on what am I sitting on, like 13 followers? So it's so small that yeah, it feels a little weird right now. All right, let me think. So I do like the idea of moving into maybe the black removal. But then I don't know if it's worth keeping Wilt if I do that. Because Wilt just takes out... Let me think. I almost think... What if we cut down Hydra's growth? We still keep some. What if we cut that down? Maybe even cut down to one of those. I think I want to keep all of these that are 1 in X because they're early game and late game. And again, it's Hydras. We have to keep the tribe. Can't move away from the tribe. That's kind of the whole point. Alright, so now let's go find Feed. Okay, now here's the downside. We need to consider just having 4 copies of that removal is not going to guarantee that we're going to see removals. So is there anything else? I almost feel like we need more card draw. But the problem with that is then we have to move into really a third color, because Well, we have the Great Henge, but that's not early game by a long stretch. And so we don't really have any way of getting early card draw. I don't know. Alright, let's just make some small tweaks here and come back and see what we think. Although now I'm thinking maybe... Yes, I do. This game is free. This game is free, and there are a lot of people who do spend money on the game, which is fine. I personally spend almost $0 and do pretty well spending almost $0. Currently at the mythic level, and yeah, I see no reason. Now, here's the thing about that though. Somebody's got to spend money at some point, or otherwise we don't have a game, because Wizards of the Coast, the makers of the game, can't give it to us for free forever. So am I? No, I'm in the States. Do I sound like I'm in Europe? Maybe I need to work on my accent. I've actually worked really hard over the years not to have any accent. Oh, you're in Portugal. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, so I kept Hydra's Growth, not really knowing how it was going to work here. I think we'll go ahead and play it and start building this up, and then we'll use Feed the Swarm to get rid of the Death Touch, and then we can go over the top with the Death Touch next turn maybe. Oh, or we'll just lose our creature. That could also happen. Man, Portugal, that's so cool. So we had somebody on from Germany the other night. I love that this is so worldwide. So very neat. What's the weather like in Portugal? I'm honestly really interested. Searches their library for a card. Oh, so I can search for any card. What card do I want? I almost want another Feed the Swarm. Do I have to reveal it? Oh, we don't reveal it. Interesting. Okay. Let me think. Do I want to do it? Yeah, let's do it first. Otherwise, we'll have to deal with it later. Okay, we'll do that and move on. Another... Okay, not Death Touch. That's Lifelink and Menace. Okay, good. That makes me feel so much better, because now... Let's go 1, 2... And that'll make a 2, 3 that we will use to fight. Let's go, actually, let's go here. So this is going to be a threat that's got to come off the board, but I felt like that one was more immediate because of the lifelink. Oh, Death Touch. Okay, well that's where the Feed the Swarm is going to come in. We can get rid of Death Touch creatures that way. We are having to eat the life when that happens, but I think long term, not keeping our creatures has been so hard. Discord, so I actually have a Discord account, but I don't use it really. So I feel like Discord is one of those things where I feel like I'm old and I'm not really keeping up with what is new. And so I've tried Discord. I kind of understand the appeal, but I don't know. Okay. What is this again? Alright, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Yahini. Sacrifice another creature and gains indestructible until the turn. Okay, so it benefits from my creatures dying. Interesting. Daddy gamer. Yeah, I am a dad. Alright. Which is probably pretty ironic for my kids. They'll probably like think I'm so weird. Let's do this. Let's gain a little bit of life back. Get some cards in hand. Well, only one, but still, that's something. And it's only one life, but again, something. Okay, and let's go ahead and see if we can't get Sorin off the board. So the downside there is something's going to die, if not both, depending on how they block. No, I don't think both can die. Which means Yahini's going to get a 1/1 counter. So I'm not crazy about that trade-off, but I do think Sorin was going to hurt us in the long run. And even though Yahini's going to get bigger, we're getting to the point where we can drop a pretty big Hydra because we're getting land. So that's going to be helpful. Why don't I play with my family? You mean like stream with my family? I don't know. I mean, we do play cards together sometimes, but I don't think so. We don't necessarily have the same interest and that's part of it. Now, one of my sons is interested in Magic, but not to the extent that I am. They are both very interested in YouTube and the whole streaming, but we have such different interest in games. Although I could probably stream Call of Duty with at least one, if not both of them. That would be fun, but I have to learn how to stream from a console because I can't get Call of Duty. My computer's not strong enough. I don't have a gaming computer strong enough to run Call of Duty. Well, or internet. My internet's not strong enough to stream Call of Duty on my computer. At least not yet. Hopefully that changes. So I'd have to learn how to do it from my console. Okay, so the Great Henge is finally coming out to give us a little bit of life gain and hopefully some card draw soon as well. It could be too little too late though. We'll see. CSGO? What is that? I am trying to convince my son. Counter-Strike? Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get the life gain. Yeah, Counter-Strike I'm not familiar with. We'll get the life gain from that. Okay, the upside is our opponent doesn't have cards. The downside is they have card draw on the board available to them. So, that was the last thing we needed to draw. The last thing. I'm going to hold it in my hand, though, so our opponent doesn't know what I'm sitting on. Oh, well, I appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I'll try to be here every morning. Well, morning my time. What time is it in Portugal? I don't know. I'm so clueless. Okay. We might... Okay, so they can make this a 5/6, which means if we block it... Oh, 13. I love that you use or what we call military time, a 24-hour clock, and not the 12. I love that. Big fan. Okay, so it's what we would say 1 in the afternoon. Awesome. All right, well, have a great day. Again, appreciate you dropping in. Okay, so do I block or do I not block? If I don't block, it could be 5 to the phase, but we can pick up 2 here. I'm going to go with not block because whatever we block with is going to die, which is going to benefit our opponent. And I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I'm not ready to give the opponent 2 more cards plus another 1/1 counter. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's horrendous. Another land. Gosh, if we could have drew a creature, we could have gotten card draw from the hinge. Dang. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Let's see if we can make this work. I don't know how. I don't know how to make it work, but. And see, what's so frustrating is I feel like the deck has played better this game because of those feed the swarms. That was really, really helpful. But that, wow. That back-to-back land draw, that might have done us in. I don't know. If we can draw a creature... If we can draw a creature now, maybe we come back. But the board is getting so big over there. So big. And because that came in with flash, or did it? No, it didn't come in with flash. It just came in last turn at the end of the turn. Okay, I can't block that one. I can block that, but again, I don't want to give that up. That's a lot of damage, but I feel like we need to take the damage right now. Because if I can just draw a creature, if this is a land, oh my goodness. All I need is a creature. Okay, well, that wasn't the best creature I could have drawn. I think a smaller cost would have been better. But maybe not. If the card draw we get here is a Hydra, that could work. Okay, maybe this is going to work. Okay, let's go ahead and get this land down. So it's going to be at least 4 just by virtue of that, and Gargos will fight something. I think that's the best thing because it's flying and I can't block flying. But because we need card draw, I think we're only going to use the 4 from Gargos. So we only paid 1 for that. Wait, why did it not trigger? What did I miss? Whenever a creature you control becomes... Oh, it has to be the target. Oh, I thought it was enter the battlefield ability. Oh, what a misplay. What a misplay. Somebody should have told me that I was misplaying that. And then I drew another land. See, I needed to go off and get card draw into creatures, not lands. Okay, well there's too many things to block now. So we're dead on board. If our opponent just swings with everything, I have no life gain. Too many things to block. Maybe they won't swing with everything. Maybe we'll get by that way, but see that there's just too much. Just too much. Oh, so they're going to target... Are they going to... Okay. Interesting. Hello? You left and came back? That's hilarious. I thought you were like gone for the day. And you were gone for like 10 seconds. Okay, I still think there's still too much on the board. We can't block it all, and we have no life gain. Not enough anyway. Yeah, I don't really even know why I'm blocking here. We're dead. Maybe. No, yeah, we're definitely dead. I guess we're gonna get to watch. Okay, I'll be honest. Sometimes I do like that. I do like playing things out to the end, just to see all the things that are happening on the opponent's board. You know, you learn a little bit. Okay, I did not feel like the deck played that bad that time. I really didn't. I think one of the reasons was because we were up against a creature-heavy deck. And being a creature-heavy deck, that helps. And having a little bit of removal, that helped. I gotta be honest, though. I still kind of feel like that Wilt, having the ability to take out an artifact, was also helpful. We didn't benefit a great deal from the ramp, but you know what? It's a land as well. So it's almost like it's not taking up a spot in the deck in a way, or at least not a non-land spot, because it's also a land. So it's really good there. I think I'm going to actually go back on these. I think I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to take that out and go get the Wilt. Because at least if I don't need the Wilt, I can cycle it. So it doesn't feel like it's taking up a lot of spot either. And it's an instant, which is helpful. Alright, let's try this. So I think I've come to the conclusion we are not going to make the Hydra deck like not tier 1, not tier 2, maybe not even tier 3 competitive. But can we at least make it something that can stick around? I think maybe. I think we're actually about there. Okay, I don't have blue, which is a little frustrating with this hand, opening hand, but I think I have enough to keep it though, to justify keeping it. Okay, Cool Beer Spain, nice name. I don't know if I like your deck though. Oh, there's some blue. We'll take that. I see Yorion. I see 250 cards, which is ridiculous. I got a feeling we're going to see lots of control. Okay, we're seeing some ramp. Lately, anything you can do lives in YouTube and Twitch? Yes. We are live. Totally live. In YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. Live all over the place. What am I doing? It's a little early for this one though. I like this one coming out later. You know what? I'm going to hold it. Let's go with the ramp. Let's not go Hydra yet. Ooh, Golos. That's a strong card right there. Maze's End? Interesting. I kind of feel like this person may have just thrown all kinds of stuff in their deck though. Like I don't really know if there's a major plan going on there. You know, I might even cut some land, come to think of it. Which may sound... Okay, it's such a weird... Almost... Oh, I haven't seen Thousand Year Storm in a long time. I've actually built around that before. Hey, that goes back to our Izzet. Okay, so if you copy a spell, it's not being cast, though. I don't know. Shadow Rider, good morning. Hey, we got a whole group going on here. Yeah, we're not going to block. Oh, nice. Okay, we will attack, though. At work, so I can't stay long. But I see you go live, and I thought I'd... Awesome. That's sweet. Everybody should stream at work. That's morale. That's morale improvement. It should be It should not only be allowed, it should be enforced at work, because you need to have high morale at work. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, let's get rid of something. So Thousand Year Storm is really, really bad, but I actually think Golos could be worse right now. Let's get rid of Golos. Okay, we can actually go 4, 5, 6, 7. This is so awesome having Gorgos on the field. Did I calculate that right? Yes, I did. And since there's no creature to fight, we'll double. Oh, I didn't think about that. I could have targeted Golos with the Voracious Hydra and gotten rid of Thousand Year Storm. Oh, should have saw that coming. That's okay. We actually have a couple creatures to recuperate now. So we can come back from that board wipe. We still have the Great Henge, which will give us card draw. So we're just gonna go, I don't know, go for. Oh, well, it's not a bad card in case our first one gets removed, but not great either. Let's go. Alright, so we're not going to have any land if we draw a creature here. Oh, that's funny. Full of... Okay, so hopefully we don't get another board wipe right here. And we do, of course. Oh, so actually... Nice, we still have the Great Henge. I want to call this a hedge every time, but it's a henge. It's such a hard word for me. Hedge is just such an easier word. We might need to pay attention to how many gates are over there. Maze's End might come back to haunt us. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so if that sticks, we can get the henge out next turn. Oh, our friend has a Hydra. One that I should probably spend a wild card on, but I'm not spending wild cards yet. I'm still thinking I'm going to wait on Kaldheim. You need to have 1 million subs in Twitch. Why do I need 1 million subs in Twitch? To make some money, that's my first thought, but why do you think I need 1 million subs in Twitch? To make some money? Oh, so Urion's gonna, I guess, just target that. I don't know what else it would target. Oh, I didn't realize there was a enter the battlefield trigger on the other one. I think we're going to die to Maze's End. There's not... let's see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, it's not a... So 3, 4, 5... There's only 5 gates at the moment. But I don't know if we can finish our opponent off fast enough. We've got to come up with some other ways to support this deck besides just the Hydras. I think that's where the issue we're running into is Hydras on their own just aren't strong enough at the moment. At least without... Okay, so if we were to go get some better Hydras, maybe that's our problem too, is maybe we need to spend those wild cards. But I don't really want to spend the wild cards. I really want the wild cards for Kaldheim. I really, really want the wild cards for Kaldheim, so... see, I need creature draws. I'm going to actually look at the amount of land in this deck. I think it's time to drop some land. This is 2 games in a row. I've been stuck drawing too much land. The other thing I could do is maybe go cultivate and pull the land out faster and have less to draw from. That's not a bad choice. Instead of having the modal creature land. Alright, now I'm thinking about brewing and how to fix this deck. Maybe more so than I'm thinking about how to win this game, because I don't think I'm winning this game. I think we gave that up a while back. I think if Maze's End doesn't take us out, there's just too much going on the board. But we'll throw some counters on our Feral Hydra. Why not? Okay, we did not draw land. Great. Okay, so maybe we get... Alright, Great Henge. We get card draw. Okay, that's not a creature, so I won't get more card draw, but we can get rid of that. Alright, so that's a little bit better. I still need to get rid of Yarion. Maybe even a 1,000-Year Storm. And we've got to get rid of everything before Maze's End wins the game. Which I don't think is going to happen. What do we do in this situation? I don't know. I still think we've got too much land to be... Because we're just... Whenever my card draw gets me land, that's just frustrating. Wow. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of triggers. Now that makes me think I want to go put 1,000-Year Storm in my Is It deck. The one that I played to start off the stream. I don't know what I would cut for it though. I mean, I've played 1,000-Year Storm before and I do like it. Okay, this is getting old. We're bailing. Alright, speaking of getting old, I don't know how much longer I want to mess with this deck. we keep losing games. I need to win some more games. I think we'll make one more adjustment because I want to take a look at a couple of things I'm thinking about right now. Make one more adjustment and then maybe we'll move on from it. It's been fun messing with it though. Okay, I don't like that anymore. I think... Okay, let's do a count here. 13, 3 is 16. So there's 24. Okay, there's 25 land. I don't like that. Let's drop it to 23. And then what? Okay, I think we're looking for support now. Okay, so we have a little bit of card draw. I think we still need removal. Or more Hydras. I don't know. Again, not using wild cards has really got us stumped. Probably should just use the wild cards and be done with it. But all right, let me think. What else can we do here? What about? See, I think that there was a card printed in Ikoria, but I think it was just in the Ikoria Commander set, and I don't think those are on here. So I think we're lost there. There was a really good Hydra card for that. Let me think. What else is there? Let's go look at things with... Oh, it doesn't have an option for that. I was going to look at things for X cost. Let's see. What about... I don't know, I'm really stumped. Okay, let me think. You know, I did take out the ramp. Let's go back. Oh, let's do Paradise Druid. Oh, Gift of Paradise as well. Alright, let's try that. Okay, so I also have this weird system where when I create a deck, it doesn't get an actual name until I'm good with keeping the deck around. And I know that there's not a lot of tweaks that need to be made within it. So this is still new deck number 7. Eventually, I'll name it something like Hydras. Oh, I should have put the tapped land down first. That hopefully will not come back to haunt me. We'll see. So yeah, we're still playing new deck number 7, and we may eventually name it if I like it. This, I don't know, we'll see how what plays here. Gosh, we still have so much land, which is crazy because normally I would not be complaining about having land. It's just we've had so many runs where I don't have anything else. Alright. I'm almost excited to get through this game and play something else, since I've already kind of told myself that's what we're going to do. Okay, this is turning into a decent turn so far, or decent start. Okay, our opponent is definitely playing Flyers, which is interesting because that's one of the decks I enjoy playing, but I haven't seen a lot of other people doing it. Okay. But Lyra is so big at 5/5 and lifelink, I'm not real sure how we're going to deal with that. I need to really get something big on the board. Which, I don't have a creature in hand. And if I draw land, which has been my trend lately. Oh, and Dovin. I haven't seen a lot of people playing Dovin either. That's kind of cool. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and use this for the life gain. We need it desperately. Oh, okay, so we're going to have to cycle. Which is why I liked Wilt, because if we don't need it, we can cycle it. So that worked. That wasn't that bad, actually. Do I have 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's... Okay. So it can't block, but I can make it a threat to attack. So our opponent has to at least respect our ability to attack now. Alright. Gosh, but with all that flying, they may not have to respect our attack much. I can't block any of it. Oh, and it's just getting bigger. Is that too big? That's 11, 12, 13. Luckily, this can't attack yet. That's, oh my goodness, that's insane. But that's why I personally like playing that deck as well. And see, and again, I didn't draw a creature. I need to be able to drop a creature to trigger. Oh, that's so frustrating. What have I got? 7, 8, 9, 9 and 4 is 13. How many counters can I put on here? Let's just put as many on. Oh, but see, they do have a blocker. But it's still not enough. It's close. They'll block. They'll win the game. Okay, that wasn't bad. It just wasn't good. And that Flyers deck, I play with it. It's so fast. So good, so fast. Matter of fact, I might play with it now and see if I can't get my rank back up a little bit. All that testing. Which is what I like. I mean, I don't feel the need to have a huge rank like that. It's just not my thing. Oh, what is this? Ads popping up in my stream. Get that out of here. Alright. Let's go run the Flyers. I've got to get... Not that I need my rank to be real high. I mean, I rarely focus on it. I did make it to Mythic, but I still... Like, what have we got? 2 days left? 1 day left before the season changes? I have no goals. Okay, maybe if I had a small goal, it might be to be at least 80%. I'd have to really grind, I think, to have a goal much bigger than that. And I don't know if I'm ready to put in a lot of grinding. Although I do still have my high alert deck, which is what got me here. And I don't know if there's a lot of opponents ready for it, so... Alright, let's draw some cards. And we'll sit. Alright, Magnus.Light. Don't know what that is. Sounds cool. Don't see a lot of people with the, is that Huatli? I can never pronounce that name. That Planeswalker's avatar. Pretty cool. Okay. We're almost in a different deck, same story. We got lots of land, not a lot of creatures. I think we'll be okay, though. Okay, so we're facing the same colors, but we're facing some control. Interesting. Okay, this will at least slow the control down. The problem is, if it gets removed, then it doesn't really matter. Because it doesn't give itself hexproof. Which is unfortunate, but... Okay, so our opponent's doing a lot of card draw and life gain, but they're also tapped out. So if I could figure something out here, that would be nice. Okay, this is not bad. So we're going to get card draw. Maybe. Or at least potentially. Okay. Yes, we'll take the card draw. Alright, so barring a board wipe, which is very possible if not likely. Okay, so Teferi's bad, but Teferi's tapped out. Or not tapped out, our opponent's tapped out. Okay, so Teferi's going down. Oh, I guess I should have played Curious Obsession. I was debating on whether or not I should, but I probably should have. Oh well. Alright, no more Teferi. Thank
I'll have
goodness.
a better plan next time.
Watch, there'll be another one come out this turn. Or something crazy like that's going to happen. I think our deck needs to work a lot faster than this to be successful, so I'm a little concerned at the moment. Okay, I need to get Sephira down quickly to avoid the board wipes. Wait, can I hardcast her? Oh, that's so awesome. I didn't realize I had that much land. Sweet. So now a board wipe would only kill Sephira and these would survive. We might be okay. We're gonna have to start dealing with this mill strategy that's kind of come out of nowhere. The upside is if our opponent's focusing on mill now, then there's a lot of other things they're not focusing on. I think we're okay. Alright, let's swing in with all we got. Alright, the other thing I'm concerned about now is the possibility of seeing a Settle the Wreckage, which means I can't swing in with everything I've got every turn. But the upside is I only need one creature to hit next turn. Okay, Teferi. Which one's Teferi going to take out? And is it going to be enough?
Let's take it back.
Oh, so now a board wipe would... Oh, but there is no board wipe. I think we're good. I think we have the game. That one land... Nice. Okay. Alright, so we might try to play a couple more, work on this rank a little bit. Again, not that rank is super high on my priority list, but, you know, we can work on it. And I'm going to say, so my schedule, but again, I'm off schedule this week because I'm off work this week. My schedule usually goes to 7:45 Central Time, which was about 25 minutes ago. So I'm going to go a little bit longer, but I'm also going to take a break before long too. Probably the next 20 minutes I'll take a break. And by take a break, I mean possibly be done for the day. Let's go... Yeah, let's go another 20 minutes and then we'll see how things go. Alright. That's the other thing. I need to stream during peak hours more. But when you got a day job, you got to do what you got to do. Although I'd love to give up my day job. I'd really love to give up my day job. And not because I don't necessarily like my day job. I just would rather this to be my day job. I'd love to sit and talk with viewers and interact and like everything about it. I just love it. Alright, we'll get our card draw here, which is going to be really, really nice. Curious Obsession is good early card draw and gives our flyer with lifelink an extra point of lifelink. So we have to discard a card. So this deck actually does pretty good on a low amount of land, so I'm okay discarding land right now. Ooh, Thoughtseize. So our opponent really wants us to discard. Not sure what I think about that right now. I think we'll be okay, but... Alright, let's go land. Let's actually draw the card from Curious Obsession before we spend mana on Winged Words. I think that's a better play. Okay, we picked up a second Winged Word, so let's go ahead and draw more. Luckily, that having all this card draw will help us against the discard strategy of our opponent. The other thing we could do is just have an empty hand, and that disrupts our opponent, but it also disrupts me a little bit too. So I think I'm going to go with trying to outdraw the discard. Alright, so let's go Dream Trawler, and one of the reasons I want to go Dream Trawler, besides the fact that it's high cost, it's already been revealed. And let's go land. Again, we're not doing bad on land. This deck is a low cost curve, so. Yeah, again, we'll go land. So here's the thing with this discard strategy. I found this the last time I played against it is our opponent tends to spend so much of their resources on making me discard that they don't really deal with enough of the onboard interaction, and I can just attack and win. And my big loss is I don't have as many cards to do it with, but if they can't block what I've got, then I don't need the cards in hand. I'll just do it with the cards I have. Let's see. Yeah, we'll hold off on blocking. Alright, see, there's a blocker. And we'll go ahead and swing in for what we've got. We got our opponent down to 8, and we're gaining life and drawing cards. So, yeah. This is the downfall of the discard strategy. Yeah, I don't have any cards in hand, but you've got to deal with the cards on the board now. And our opponent just has not done much of that. And see, right now, I'm not even worried about these, because I've got enough life total. Okay. You have to deal with my life, or my damage now. I'll hold that one back to block. Swing in with those. Wait, what just happened? No! I hit the buttons wrong. Dadgummit. That was so weird. I meant to do that the opposite. I meant to hit attack all and pull Ornithopter back, not just swing with the Ornithopter. That was dumb. Did that cost me the game? Wow. I think I had the game won that turn, and that move, that misclick, cost me the game. Wow. Oh, that's so frustrating. That misclick cost me the game. We'll discard that. So frustrating. And I really do think it cost me the whole game. Like, I don't think, like, we had, not only did we have the game won there, but we don't come back from this now. Yikes. Oh, I can't hardly get over that. I meant to send everything and not the Ornithopter, and instead I clicked the Ornithopter to attack and not everything else. That was horrible. And I was proving my point. Because I would have won right there and be like, okay, see, the opponent couldn't deal with everything on board. And then they had the one thing that was going to deal with the board that they needed, and they took care of it. Oh, that was crazy. Alright, well, let's do a little bit more before I... Baralucker. Interesting name. Before I get out of here. Okay, so again, we see how low cost to land is plenty. And what's going to be really hilarious is I'm going to be swinging with an Ornithopter by turn 2. Okay, what's going on here? Our opponent is just sitting. Making me feel airtime. I have to keep talking because there's nothing going on the screen. Oh, I'm tired. I slept pretty good though. Don't know why I'm so tired. Been drinking this coffee all morning. I guess we're going to sit here until our opponent's timer runs out and get an easy win. A slightly boring win, but an easy win. Wow. All right. We'll continue to wait. There he goes. There's the timer. So I think what happens is the timer runs out and passes the turn, and then the next time the timer runs out, we win, I think. I forget exactly how it works. Or we might win right here. I don't remember. It's one of the two. I got a 50-50 chance of being right. Alright, do we win here or pass the turn? Okay, pass the turn. So let's actually go there and there. And let's see if our opponent plays this time. My guess is their internet connection is as bad as mine, and sometimes I get kicked. Because why else would you start roping at the beginning of the game? Alright, Bearlocker is waiting. So, yeah, this time I think it should be game over when the timer runs out this time. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. All right, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. New Year's Eve. Anything planned for New Year's Eve? I have nothing planned. Nothing special this year. Working on my budget. Working on a budget for the next month. That's my big plan. All right, here we go. Another victory. I think I'm down to... I think I only have like one more game in me. I am getting tired. All right, let's do one more. Last one. I think tomorrow we'll do a New Year's Eve draft. I've got enough for a quick draft. Cyborg Zero. Cool name. Got the Chandra avatar. Does that mean we're going to be facing some mono red? Maybe some Gruul or something? Let's see. Okay, none of those. Alright, let's get our Healer's Hawk and, of course, the Ornithopter down. Nice. Okay. We're going to be swinging with everything early. Nice. Favorable winds. Doing some work. Okay, so our opponent is drawing cards, trying to figure out what to do. I think they might be a little bit lost, which works for me. Okay, the good news is I don't really see a board wipe coming in these colors. I think we're going to be up against elementals maybe, which does have a board wipe in the form of a planeswalker we have to watch out for. Oh, Neoform. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, Risen Reef. Okay. That doesn't hurt us too much. It's a good card. I still don't see a board wipe coming, so that's why we're just slapping everything down there. And there we go. One of my favorite things about this deck, it can be very aggressive. Definitely fits my play style. I win better when I'm aggressive. Yeah, just is what it is. It's what I've always liked about Magic. When I started playing Magic back in the late 90s, I was a mono red player. It's like, give me the burn deck. I want to throw damage at your face. Okay, well, since that one went so fast, I'll do one more. I said I had only one left in me, but that was nice and quick. Let's do one more. Oh. Sabata Penumbra? That doesn't sound American. I wonder where they're from. I'm so intrigued that, again, this is such a worldwide game. Twitch is so worldwide. I love it. I've already reached, for sure, and maybe plenty of people I don't know, but I've had, let's see, a viewer on this morning from Portugal, and just, 2 nights ago, was chatting with a viewer from Germany. Loving it. And also, just yesterday, a viewer from right here in the Midwest. So, Midwest of the U.S. Not Midwest globally. Oh, are we going to have another opponent dropped out and I have to sit and wait on? This is crazy. What is the deal with this? Is everybody's internet down? Oh, okay, I get to go first. Nice. If one on Ornithopter is good, two's got to be better. Okay, I want the card draw. I almost went with favorable winds there because it would allow me to swing with both and deal more damage, but I think the card draw is way more valuable at the moment. Alright. Oh, more discard mess. I mean, we had that last game won, but it doesn't mean I want to see more of it. Dream Trawler. See, I'm actually okay with that. Dream Trawler takes so long to get out. I usually have games won by the time I get there. No, let's wait. Let's attack first. Let's get the card draw first and then decide what to play. Okay, so now we'll go favorable winds. I wish I could have got something better than another copy of Sephara. Oh, we're straight up playing the same type of deck all over again. Wow. Well, then I wish I would have had a faster start for sure. I think that's the best way to get around that discard is a fast, aggressive start, and we didn't get it. We didn't get it. We're stuck on... we need white land, and we're stuck on 2 islands. Which is crazy because I usually say this deck doesn't need a lot of land, but I kind of need the right combination. Okay, so they use that just as removal. Interesting. Oh, wow. I get a 3rd land and it's an island. Oh, I should have Dadgummit. I should have did this first in case I got a planes coming behind it. That's going to be... Okay, it wasn't. Oh, but I do get more card draw. Let's do that. There's a planes. Alright, let's discard something our opponent has seen. There we go. Okay, hopefully getting to play the planes next turn will really get us off.
Make this quick. I'm bored already.
Let me pick your brain.
As strong as Sephira is, I'm going to go ahead and discard the other one because it's such a high cost. We've got to move quickly. Okay, so we have to go here. I don't think anything is going to overly benefit our attack, so let's attack first.
Our contract is voided.
Yeah, let's go there. So the worst thing about the last time we played this type of deck was when they did board wipe. So I don't know if that's coming or not, or I don't know. Alright, let's attack first again just because we need the extra card draw to maybe get more white land. Okay, we didn't get it, so we need to go... Let's go here first. We'll go ahead and drop another land. So the board wipe would change the game, but if our opponent doesn't have it, and they can't do some major removal, I think we've won. Okay, there is some removal, and are they going to be able to copy it? If they've got enough to copy it, we're going to be maybe hard-pressed to put the game away. Now the upside here is they've spent a lot of resources to do that. Okay. Let's get the card draw first. Oh, okay. Well, it's a scry, which is not great, but we can make it work. We can make that work too, I think. I'm actually going to go with the Healer's Hawk because it's lifelink. And yeah, I think we need that. Interesting. So our opponent gets to exile something. Will they copy it? I don't know. I still think we have too many resources. They have to get rid of that. I would say they have to get rid of Empyrean Eagle because that was going to give us enough power on board. There's no need to block because we're going to get lifelink next turn when we attack. Okay, does this end the game? I think this ends the game. Yeah, I'm not impressed with these discard strategies. I feel like my aggressive decks really take them out. And, I mean, if you've got any amount of card draw to keep up with it, the thing is, they're using up resources to make you discard, which means they're not doing anything with their resources to affect the board, really. Yeah, I'm just not impressed with it. Alright, we might play some more of that later. I think I'm good for this morning. I appreciate you so much for hanging out and watching. Yeah, we're an early fledgling stream we're going to get this thing figured out. We're going to grow. But I don't feel the need to grow too fast. I want to figure out how to do this well. We might create a Patreon so that when we grow, we have a place for people to support. We might create some other things to help people support. So we've got to put all that infrastructure in place before we grow too fast. So you guys hanging out and watching is awesome. While we're small like this, the cool thing is it's much more personal. So I like that part of it. So again, I don't need to grow too fast, but I do want to grow it. Like I really want. I'd love for this to be what I do for a day job. So appreciate your help, guys. All right, later. I'm out of here.